where you can find me. I gotta snatch one tonight. Don't mind me. When she whining, she move just like a stripper. Quarterback legs keep a pocket, but I'm a still sticker. Stick to her ribs like paint to a sticker. Sorry, I can't lick it, but you can call me your sticker. Go ahead, pronounce T the victor. All you shaking making me wanna pause and grip ya. If I was tipping, I would be your tipper. But since I ain't paying, call me a discount ripper. If you're shaking, then I'm taking. If you're taking, I'm still spanking. I know you get the picture, shorty. Keep shaking.
I'm thick with lips and my hips ridiculous. See candy rays in my thighs, scoffless. Super fragile, my body is marvelous. All round, like I was dipped in chocolate. My booty's all brown, my titties is sucking. Suck on my fat clit and then experience turbulence. All out of purpose, so my nerves get nervous. Oh shit, the way you licking.
Hello.
What's going on? What's going on? You jamming over there? I see you went
Hi,
back.
Bobby. Hi, Bobby. How are you?
How
Yeah,
you doing, pretty lady? How you
I'm
doing?
fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. How are
That's
you?
what's
How
up.
is your day? How's your week
Today,
so
t-
far?
today is good. The week is good, but it's raining all day, every day.
Oh my God. It was raining. It has been raining a whole lot lately because of the hot weather. Like earlier on, it was raining, and it was we got the thunderstorms over here, but the sun is back out.
Wow, that's good. Where you in New York, right?
Uh-huh. You know, the weather
Okay.
out here is funny.
Yeah, I know. Mostly it's like cold there, though, right?
But it's hot. It's hot. It's humid now
Well,
since
that's
it's
the
the
best
summertime.
time. That's the best time to be in New York, man, when it's hot.
So
So
I
we
see
already
you.
live? We on live already?
Yeah, we live. I mean, we
Oh, that's
talking to
what's
each
up.
other.
That's what's up. Let's get lit.
How
Let's
could
get
you not
lit.
know if you're alive or not?
Oh, let's get lit, man. Let's get lit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's turn it up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's get started right now. So what made you say like, okay, let me get started to like, being a singer?
Being a singer? Good
Mm-hmm.
question. Very, very good question. Very good question. Man, it started back. I started breakdancing, right? First, back in the early 80s. You know what I'm saying? When B Street came out, I was breakdancing, I was rapping, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then New Edition came out, I believe it was like 82 or something like that, with Candy Girl and all of this stuff. And girls in junior high, they were telling me, nah, you don't look like a rapper. You like a singer. You know, you need to be doing what Ralph is doing. You know what I'm saying? And I've always loved Michael Jackson too. So it was kind of easy to transition from rapping to singing, you know, but I found myself going back to rapping. So now when you hear my records, that's me rapping in my records too. Because
Mm-hmm.
I kind of bring you the best of both worlds, you know?
If you could rap and sing at the same time, that's dope.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love rap music, man. I love it, man. As long as it's saying something, you know what I mean? You having fun with it, you know, nothing negative, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And let me tell you something, Bobby. Most people don't know who you are. If you're not
Well, they don't know who I am. You got to tell
no,
them.
they don't know who you are because it's like it's like if I tell them you know who Bobby Washington is, they
Yeah.
would just be like they don't know.
Oh, that's
But
not good. We got to change that.
I never said that. I'm just like saying if I ask somebody
Yeah, see, it's
because you've
like
been
that
out there.
it's like that being independent, man. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like walking real slow to get them. You know what I mean? As opposed to being on a major label and you hit them at, boom, one time. So like every day, it's like a pleasant walk, and I meet a fan here and I meet a fan here. With social media, it makes it a little bit faster than when I first started. Because when I started back in '94, and I was signed to an independent record label in Miami. And they had me on the radio. I was opening up for people like Brenda K. Starr, Debbie Winans, and people like that. And, it was a good thing, but it was a bad thing. I wasn't making no money on the label. I was kind of sitting around just kind of collecting dust. But in '98, I decided that, you know what, forget about record labels. Let me do it like MC Hammer. Let me do it like Master P. But instead of rapping, let me sing on the street. Let me go ahead and market my CD from the trunk of my car. And I've been blessed. I sold 600,000 records. So that's 600,000 people who know who I am, you know, from the Southeast, you know, up in Atlanta as well. But I'm mainly from Miami. You know what I mean? But with the internet, I've been able to creep over to California, New York, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, all over like UK and all other kind of places I've been, you know, because of the internet. So pretty soon, Bobby will be a household name. A household name. Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yep. Question, have you ever been in an R&B group?
Yes. When I first started, man,
What was the name of it?
And let me remember. The first group was called Force of Dreams. And it consisted of 5 guys. It was myself, Zeri Jackson, this is high school now, Mary McKenzie, Kenneth Graham, and Wayne Blair. Wayne was out of high school. We was the only ones in high school. I was in 11th grade. And we had the chance to open up a New Kids on the Block at a show at a club called Randolph. It was a teenage club, right? And at the time, Maurice Starr was the manager, the one that discovered New Edition. He was their manager. And we opened up because of my manager. My manager at the time was AJ Alexander. He's the one that discovered Usher. He's the one that brought him over to L.A. Reid, and L.A. Reid had a phone for his girls in his office, and that's how Usher got his deal. But AJ was originally my manager until he got a deal with Bobby Brown being his bodyguard. And next, you know, we didn't see AJ no more. but he gave us our first start with the show with New Kids on the Block. And Maurice Starr actually liked us. He loved our group a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I was hoping to get something done, but like I said, our management left, and we didn't have the contact with Maurice at the time, so that kind of fell through.
Because there are a few R&B groups that in the 90s, such as your group, that they don't last long.
Right. Yeah, and you ain't lying.
And it's always those groups that don't last long that have, like, you know, one of the best hits.
You know why they don't last long?
It's always that one
they got
particular
egos.
person in the group.
They got egos, man. Everybody want to get that shine.
It's only that one particular person in the group that they think that they're better than everybody, and they think they could control you.
Boom. You got it. I mean, I haven't seen, to be honest, man, the only group that didn't go solo, well, now I can't say that because he did too. I was going to say High Five, but High Five went solo too. Man, who didn't go solo? What group? Name one group that didn't go solo. I can't think of none. Damn. I mean, I can't say New Edition got the most unity, even though they did.
Yeah, because speaking of New Edition, Johnny Gill has a lot of solo hits. Ralph Chansman.
Yes. But when they get together, they like brothers. They can be fighting like cats and dogs behind closed doors, but you would never know it in public because they love each other and respect each other. New Edition is like one of my top groups, man, because they really had that brotherhood. Even though they got solo projects, them dudes know how to be family at the same time.
Yep, you know how to get along, put your differences aside, make music, and put up a great showcase. That's all that matters. You could like, you know, put your differences aside, squash whatever beef you have afterwards.
Amen. Make that paper. You're on that stage, man. Do what you got to do.
And let me tell you something, Bobby. Since yesterday morning, I was listening to your music, and I said to myself, oh, my God, this guy has a whole lot of hits out, and he has, like, you know, a whole lot of albums out. And, you know, speaking of you are like, you live in a nutshell. You like this big you like one of the most biggest superstars that live in a nutshell. And
right. I call it the most known unknown. You know what I'm
like
saying?
Underground.
Because everything I do, if you've seen it, it's top notch. It's on the same level as New Edition, R. Kelly, but I keep it independent. You know, I shoot my own professional music videos. I shoot with cameras like the S1H, which costs about $4,000. I got 2 of those. I got the drones that fly in the sky. I got my own production facility. Everything I do is top notch. I don't cut no corners because I'm independent, and that's why when people see myself, they're like, "Man, you ain't signed to a major." You ain't. No, you know, but I handle myself like a major. So, like you said, I live in my own little bubble, my own little nutshell. You know what I mean? Because I'm giving you that cream of the crop type stuff, that real R&B music that we felt back in the 90s. I'm still keeping it, and I'm not compromising. I'm not wavering. I ain't doing nothing new. All this new rap stuff with the auto-tune, I ain't doing none of that. I'm keeping it 100% organic for the real R&B lovers, baby.
Yeah, R&B all day. Real R&B is all that matters.
I know that's right.
It's like R&B nowadays is nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's like only a few R&B artists nowadays is like, you know, they matter, such as her, Melanie, Fiona, Daniel Caesar, Snow Allegro. I heard she's good, and I've been listening to any of her songs, but I have to listen to her album. People say
I like her. The one you said, her. I like her. That one there. I like that one.
Yeah, she is dope.
She's dope. She can sing. I heard her. Yeah, she's dope. There's a few others out there too, man. A couple guys. I think a dude named oh man, what's the dude? Avery Wilson.
Oh
they don't play him. They don't play him. They don't really play him on the radio, but he's dope, man. I seen him on something. He opened up for Tony. Tony Terry and him and Kevin opened up for Freddie Jackson. Man, I'm like, this dude
on the Black Music Awards.
Word. That's it.
That was the Black Music Awards.
It's, you know, my sister, it's a shame that radio is hiding all of these gems, man. They deliberately hiding them because they ain't getting paid to play them. But they should play them anyway. Forget about money all the time. Just play good music because people going to tune into your station more and more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, forget about the money and getting the bag all the time and playing the rap stuff and this guy, this little guy, little Yachty, little guy, little, everybody little. You know, little Uzi Vert, everybody little. Forget about all them littles and play some big R&B.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And when he did a remake of Secret Garden, when he collaborated with I forgot who, he was amazing.
Wow. Wow. See, some good ones out there. Usher's still out here, man. I don't know why he's not making no music right now, but he's dope. He's still dope.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, that's my dude. I love him. I wish R. Kelly was free, man. Free R. Kelly, man. You know, R. Kelly, man, we make that music. You know what I mean? Make that good music. Baby making music.
Mm-hmm. You know? It's like he's labeled the king of R&B, but look at what he did. And I'm just saying to myself, Kelly, for real, leave these young girls alone. These young girls that haven't finished middle school don't have a high school diploma.
But you know what? He was getting. He was trying. He was getting better. He was getting better because remember, he wasn't messing with no 13-year-old girls no more. He stopped it. For the past few years, he been messing with over 21 girls. But they started saying he was with a cult, and now he got a cult. Now this is the new thing. But they went back. But the dude changed. I mean, we have to forgive like Jesus. Jesus said forgive. And if he's changed, give him a pass. He changed. You know, he messed the girls over 21. If they 21, it's all good.
But like, you know, his fans and like, you know, the people who like, you know, work with him are afraid that he might go back into doing the same thing. And Kelly's like,
he hasn't did it since the 90s. He hasn't did it since 2002. That's when the last time he did that. He didn't do it again. He didn't mess with no 13-year-old girl again. That was it.
Yeah, the first time I started hearing about this was 2002. I'm like, Kelly, really? Like, yo,
he was sick in the head. He was like, sick in the head. He was asking for help. If you look at his songs, he always asking for God for help. And I heard he tried to get a pastor to pray for him because he knew he was in trouble with it. We have addictions. Everybody got addictions. Nobody's sin is better or worse than nobody else's sin. In the Bible, there's no such thing as his sin is better, his sin is worse, right? You may be a liar. In God's eyes, it's the same as a killer. Or it's the same as a pedophile, the same as a rapist. People clarify and break. We all got sin. We all got sin, man. We all got sin. We all got sin, man. We all got sin. I used to hang in strip clubs all the time. That was a big sin. And I knew I wasn't supposed to be up in there. My stomach growled. I'm like, man, I need to be out of here. But I was addicted. Before I got married, I was addicted. to watching girls on a pole shake that ass. And that's not right.
It's like, I would never go. I would never go to a place where a girl shakes their ass butt naked. I was like, and I just think to myself,
I won't do it now. I don't want to fall back into that sin, but it used to drive me crazy. I used to love it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I was never on drugs, never drank, but I could not shake the strip club. That was back in 2000. I'm being honest. That was 2007, 2008. I was heavy off in the strip club. I used to see Trick Daddy up in there. I seen Disco Rick up in there. They go, what's up, Bob? What's up? What's happening? You know what I mean? I'm like, y'all know me. Yeah, we know you from the Boule DBP. You know what I'm saying? I'm up in that deep. But now I done changed my life. I gave my life to God. So if God can give me a chance, why can't we give R. Kelly a chance? He done changed. He ain't doing that no more.
He needs to show and prove that he's a changed man.
Yeah, I think he has. He hasn't been doing it. He's been doing it for. He's been 13-year-old girl free for over since 2002. It's now almost like 20 years, like 19 years. 13-year-old free for 13 years is damn good. He's sober. He's sober. Yeah, I'm not saying what he did was good because it was very bad. It was my 13-year-old girl. He got his ass whooped. Easy. But what I'm saying is, he changed, and you gotta forgive him, man. You know what I mean, and move on.
Yeah. And like,
don't mute his music because his music has nothing to do with him. The music is for us. The music was made in it's a part of our history, part of our culture. So if you remove his music, you're removing a part of us. Can't remove his music.
In his song, when a woman's fed up, that's important in a relationship. And that's important. That speaks value.
Amen.
That speaks sense.
Amen.
It's like when a woman is in a relationship and when she's down to earth to her man or to her husband, and like she gave him all this, like she loved him and he did her dirty. That's it.
That's it. That's good, man. Great. You can't get her back from that point. She gone. She about to go. And I understand that.
That's one of his songs that his fans should learn from. When a woman's fed up.
When a woman's fed up, boy, y'all something else. We be on our hands and knees begging, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. You ain't coming back.
But most of y'all men just offend us on purpose, and that's the truth.
But we be trying to say I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, baby. We try. We just ain't perfect. None of us ain't perfect. Yeah.
So, speaking of your songs, which you have a whole lot of songs, I know you have one of your songs is "I Want You," "Possible." I can't even remember most of it. I turn the lights off.
Hit the lights.
Yeah. It's like you have a whole lot of songs. Name all of the songs that is a lesson to your fans that you want them to learn from.
Listen,
and why?
My songs are all laced. Heavily laced, like glaze on butter. Glazed butter on biscuits. It's all about love. It's laced in love. You know what I mean? And I want people to carry away love when they hear my music. I want them to feel love. I want them to make love. You understand? Make love to my music. Because it's very important to make love. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with making love. As long as you do it with the right person, you know what I mean? You're doing it right. You're out there with 100 people, you got it, what you want. So take my music. It's all about love. It ain't about killing. It's about this loving. And guys, don't be ashamed to love a woman, man. You ain't got to be so cool that you can't love your woman. Because if you don't love her, somebody else going to love her. You know what I mean?
Show and prove you love your woman.
Amen.
Fellas out there who will be saying that they love their woman when they don't show or prove it.
You tell them. I make love to my own music.
You should. That's your baby.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It get me in the mood. You know what I mean? A lot of people be like, why you don't just do gospel music? I'm like, well, I have a gospel album. I got 2. But I can't make love to Jesus coming back. I feel like it's disrespectful. You got to have music for making love. And God is love. King Solomon wrote about love. Right?
I love God. That's a song by Erica Campbell, one half
Yeah.
of Mary Mary, the biggest gospel group. You gotta
Oh yeah,
love
Mary,
God
Mary.
because
Yeah. They dope.
God is your savior. God is your protector. God wakes you, gave you two gifts every morning, and that's your eyes. You open your
Oh my
eyes every
God.
morning.
Yeah, man, I would never sell my eyes even for $1 billion. Think about it. Think about it. For real, for real. Like if the most richest man that were like Bill Gates said, I'll give you $50 billion for your eyes, would you sell them? Okay, oh, forget about that. If you just want one of your lungs, would you sell one of your lungs for?
I would not sell any parts of my body. I'm not
So
selling
what? So
one
what does
part
that
of
mean? So what does that mean? That means your body is richer than money.
Uh-huh.
You're rich. You're rich right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. People don't realize when you wake up in the morning, you are rich. You worried about what I don't got. I ain't got this. I ain't got no phantom. I ain't got no $1 million crib. You got $1 million eyes. If you ain't got no eyes, you got some ears. You know, people got to understand. You got to be grateful for what you got, because what you got is a lot. You're in the hospital bed, laying up, dying. You're breathing. You know what I'm saying? You can go out there and get some pizza, get some food. Come on. I mean, life is amazing. You can breathe. The first thing I do is say, thank God for the breath that's borrowed. Thank you for letting me wake up and see my family, yo.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing, you know? And then I say, open up doors that I can't open for myself. Because that's the most important. There's so many doors that you can't really get through if you're trying to force them open yourself. God got to open them doors. The divine one got to open them doors. But you got to pay attention to when he's talking to you. You know what I mean? And when you're walking in line and he sends you signs all the time, it can be through anything. It can be through a certain number you see all the time. It can be anything that he's reminding you that he's right there doing exactly what you asked him to do. But people, they lose that. They don't pay attention. They just walking like zombies, like the Walking Dead.
Like they don't know what's going on around them. It's like when I'm walking by myself or with people, I observe everything around me because we
Yeah.
live in a hectic
What's up,
world.
Rod?
We live in a dangerous world.
Yeah. Oh man, we do. We do. We live in a crazy world, man. Crazy. That's why I try to stay out of it as much as I can. I stay in my crib and I come to the studio. I'm in the studio right now. You know, from the crib, studio. You know what I mean? I don't even go to the gym no more since COVID hit. I work out in my crib. I work out in my studio. I'm hitting push-ups every day. I'm hitting crunches every day. I'm doing jumping jacks. I'm sprinting back and forth right in the front, outside right there. That's all I'm doing. I ain't going to no gym. I ain't touching nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Yep. So getting back to music, who
Yes.
will you do a collaboration with and why?
Man, I've been trying to collaborate with so many people. Listen, I collaborated with the good brother Metron. I collaborated with my homeboy Jay Shin. I reached out to Al Mack from Troop. I haven't heard back from him yet. You know, so many people I try to reach out to. Troy Taylor had reached out to him. So many people I have respect for. I reached out to because I'm doing my thing heavy. I'm moving to a lot of fans that they can really benefit from. But some of these guys, man, they don't holler back at me, man. You know what I mean? But to me, they lost. Because I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep making this paper. You know, I don't know why they don't want to collaborate with your boy B-Dub, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to keep on doing it. But I want to collaborate with anybody that does real R&B music that want to holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any egos. I'll see with anybody. I don't feel belittled. I don't feel like I'm better. I'll do it with you. You know what I'm saying? So if you watch the video, you holler at your boy. Yeah. Yeah, holler at your boy. Everybody from the 90s, man. Donnell Jones, Avant, all y'all holler at your boy. I'm right here. Holler at your boy. I'm doing the damn thing. Independent style. Y'all even know how to do it independently. Y'all did it with the majors, but y'all don't know how to do it. Y'all lost with the independent shit. So holler at your boy. Stop looking at me. Just holler at your boy.
Shout out to Donnell Jones, who is in a new R&B male trio called The Shy. Starring him, Dave Hollister, and Carl Thomas.
I seen it.
I
wish them good with that. It's gonna be good. Yeah, Dave is one of my favorites, man. Dave is like one of my favorites, man. He's that Before I Let You Go is bananas. Yeah, man. I love all those guys though. Donnell Jones had the track I love too. With the girl Left Eye. That's one of my favorite joints from him. What's the name of that joint? Say what? Say what?
You know what's up?
That was my favorite joint from him. But then Dave got that Before I Let You Go. Carl Thomas, I mean, he was good, he's a great singer, but I wasn't really vibing with none of his music, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never bought one of his albums. But he
But
can sing. He can sing it. He can
put
sing his
up a
ass
great
off. But the
performance.
style, I wasn't really into like the neo. I think he does neo soul. Does he do neo soul type of jazz? Is he like a jazzy type of singer?
No, he's R&B. He's R&B. He signed.
But
He
it's
was signed to
different.
Bad Boy.
But it was different type of R&B. It didn't sound like Jodeci. It didn't sound like that type of style like Keith Sweat. So I'm more into like a Keith Sweat, Jodeci, Dave Hollister, Blackstreet. It's a different sound. I think he had the sound of it was his notes that he does are very jazzy notes. I think he's jazz trained or gospel trained or something, because his notes he does like sevenths and ninths when he sings. So those kind of notes are not too catchy for me. So I prefer like singers like Dave Hollister, Donna Jones. They more straight to the point. You know, just sing right to the note. That's what I like. That's just my opinion.
Rashad is like, he's like a smooth soul artist.
Yeah. Oh, smooth soul. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, but I like his voice. He can sing. He can sing his ass off. I ain't gonna lie. He can sing his ass
And he
off.
puts up a great performance. And he's a very humble guy.
Word. You met him before?
Early last year.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And you meet a lot of people.
I've been in the business for over 10 years.
What? 10 years? Right there in New York, or where you were like in your hometown?
In New York.
How long have you been in New York?
I've been living out here. I grew up here.
Oh, you grew your whole life up in New York?
Yeah. I'm a true New Yorker.
So you used to that cold. I tried to come to New York, when Medea came out. It was Medea. The movie Medea was out. And I remember the time. We came up there and it was
remember when I was in the theater, when I saw a Big Happy Family and the Medea movie that came out right after that. I forgot the name of it.
I forgot the name of that one. I forgot the name of it, but they all was funny as hell. But when I was up there, it was raining, like a light rain, but it was like 14 below or something. It was so cold, and the ice was hitting me like it was hurting me. I was like, man, I was there for maybe one day. We were supposed to be there for 7 days. I turned my ass around and came back to Miami. I ain't stay. So I got to come back in the summer.
I know it's humid out there 24/7.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, it's really hot out here.
Yeah,
I would like to get that beat. Have you been out here yet?
No, not yet. Soon.
You got to come on down. Ain't nothing but a little train ride or plane ride or car ride. You be here. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself. Come on the beach, relax. You know what I mean? We show you around. Come on down.
Okay.
But after COVID.
All right. No, it's not because of COVID. I want to travel a lot, but not right now.
Yeah. Not right now. Nah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy right now. It's too much. Too much.
No, okay. So your albums, which one of your albums did you put the most work into? Okay.
All of them, man. To be honest, I've been doing this since '98. Every album you see on Spotify has been at least a year in progress. So it's been 20 years straight, every year making an album. You know, so I put work. I mean, you know, the work always gets better with time. You know what I mean? And I hear my growth every year. I started hearing my real growth back in 2016 with the Tonight album, the one you called out. I think Possible. Those songs, I started really hearing my growth and everything in my production, playing, and all that kind of stuff. You know, 'cause I taught myself how to play keyboards. You know, and you know, I hear the change and that stuff. But I put, you know, like this new album I got called Moan. That one there is blazing, man. That 31 flavors is stupid. You know, I love that 31 flavors.
We'll talk about that later.
I want to cut. Ooh, I want to cut is ridiculous. Right now they're playing in the UK. The DJ is getting busy with it right now. You know. Yeah, we getting crumbs. Real G is hard. My boy Roddy said Real G is hard. Thank you, my brother. Real G. I think Real G was Real Gentleman. The Real Gentleman album right before Moan. No, 2 albums before Moan. Because we had 2 to 2 out last year. Yeah.
Okay. So and speaking of Spotify, and I see that you have a whole lot of albums. Some say it's like most of your albums say like, you know, they came out 2021, 2020, but those are your singles.
Right. Some singles came out too. I started putting out singles, you know, because I dropped one album a year, right? At least sometimes it's two. But I don't like to make the fans wait, especially when I got the music here already done, just collecting dust in my computer. I'm like, you know what? I mean, I got distribution. I got like 5 distribution deals. I got one with the Orchard. You know, they're owned by Sony now. So I got to deal with them. I got to deal with distribution with DistroKid. I got United Masters with Steve Stout. So I have a lot of different options to put out music. So I said, you know what? Instead of making my fans wait, let me just give them a single. You know what I mean? Once a month. You know. Now I'm gonna crank it up to once a week after this album. But I'll give them a single and then put all them same singles on an album with like 3 or 4 more new songs. You know what I'm saying? To kind of keep the fans engaged, keep them going. You know, like Chris Brown does. Man, they keep dropping records, they keep dropping videos. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even though I'm not a fan of Chris Brown at all,
What?
I don't listen to his music.
What? What you mean? Chris Brown is the man. What's wrong with Chris Brown?
The only song that I like from Chris Brown is Deuces.
What about On and Poppin'? What about On and Poppin' back in the day? Remember On and Poppin'?
I'm not really into it. Okay, sorry for cutting you off. One of my favorite people just got on. Her name is Glamour Puss. She's an amazing actress. You know, she's amazing.
Glamour Puss. I like the name. What's up, Glamour Puss? What they do?
And let me tell you something, Bobby. If you wanna ever be in a movie with her, she will make great castmates with you.
Well, I do need some actors, man. I got a film called Vaccine.
I really see you being an actor. I'm like,
well, I have my own film.
Why doesn't he go into acting?
I got my own film coming. I got 3 movies out right now independently. I got 3 movies out.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah, I'm a director. I got a film on Plex TV right now. I got a film on Amazon right now. I'm editing one right now called I Watch. That's going to be going to Maverick Entertainment. I mean, I make films all the time. I'm doing one called Vaccine. I'm actually writing. It's like a futuristic type movie. You know, pertaining to this vaccine. It's dope. It's dope. So definitely actors. Thanks so much. We definitely need actors. You know, I'm looking for an actor right now, a male over 50 in his 50s, but I'm looking for like a white male that we're gonna call him Mr. Bloomberg. So I need a white male in his 50s to be in my next film. I'm looking for that right now.
But speaking of acting, I don't know a guy that is in his 50s, but I know of some guy you definitely know who he is. Christian Keys. He's a singer actor.
Christian Keys.
He was in the Medea play. He's in Saints of Sinner.
You know, I haven't seen it. Everybody keeps trying to watch it. I haven't watched Saints and Sinners. I have not watched it. Send me a link to him when we finish today, so I can check him out.
He's on Instagram, Christian Keys. Christian
Keys. Okay.
Yeah, Christian he's amazing.
Keys. Okay. Oh, Glamour Puss says she's a writer as well. That's what's up.
She sure is.
Wow, that's what's up. Yeah. Okay. Man, tell the people up in the house.
He's an amazing actor. Yeah. It's like you should know who he is, Bobby. He's well known.
If I see his face, that's why I said when you send me a link, I'm gonna see. I gotta see his face. I gotta see his face. You know, there's a lot of actors out there that they've been like acting for 40 and 50 years, like, but they be real good, but you don't know their name. Like, man, I know this guy, but I don't know his name. You know, unlike Denzel, of course you know him because he's Denzel. You know what I mean? But you got some that you just know their face. You know they got good acting skills.
And speaking of, like, you know, you say you want to work with a male actor in their 50s. I was thinking about Taye Diggs, Morris Chestnut, Idris Elba.
Yeah, the only thing is his name is Bloomberg. Bloomberg. I don't think Chestnut can be a Bloomberg.
Bloomberg.
It's more of a Jewish name, like a Jewish name. Bloomberg. Yeah, it's a Bloomberg name, the actor. Yeah, for you, when I tell you about the story later, you'll understand what it's about. Yeah, I don't want to give the story away to everybody out here.
Oh, okay. So we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it.
Well, okay. Tell us about your new singles, Bobby.
The new singles or the album, Moan? Which one, the single or the album?
Both.
Both? You're gonna leave it
Yeah.
open. You're gonna leave it open. You're gonna leave it open. All right. All right. So check it. Check it. Well, I'm dropping a new single, so y'all know this is exclusive. I ain't tell nobody this at all. I'm dropping a new single on the 26th. It's a remix to I Wanna Cut. It's a record from a UK DJ. He's the biggest DJ in Brazil, actually. His name is DJ Soul Brother. He's dope. So he did a remix to my song. He's dropping it under Bobby Washington / DJ Soul Brother, and he's gonna be dropping that record on the 26th. So that's gonna be my new single that y'all need to pop in. It's high. It's an up-tempo club banger for sure. So that's one. The album Moan just dropped on Spotify. Now this is the thing. It didn't drop on iTunes at the same time. Why? Because it has some remixes on it. And Spotify, no, I'm sorry, iTunes is funny about metadata. Like if a person's name is not spelled exactly the way it was on the single, because I have two remixes from DJ Soul Brother on the album too. One from it's called I'm Down. One is called Burn It Down. And his metadata wasn't correct, so iTunes didn't take it. So I had to make a separate Moan album called Moan Volume 1 that's dropping this week on iTunes and Spotify again. Now it got less songs on it. It got about like, I want to say maybe like 13 or 14 songs, whereas the full Moan album got about 17 songs. See? So that's what that is. But yeah, we got some bangers on there, man. 31 flavors. One of my favorites. We have another track called It's Love Official, which was written by the brother Link. Remember Link? Do you remember the guy Link who wrote the song for LSG called My Body, Your Body? He wrote a song for Silk called Meeting in My Bedroom.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, that's Link. That's Link. So he wrote this song on my album called Love Official. It's number, I want to say it's number 3 or 4 on the album on Moan. So that's a banger. That's a banger. Plus my boy Steve Gray Storm out of Orlando, Florida. He used to be signed with Phone Master Flex back in the day in New York. He produced like a lot of cuts on the album. Make Sweet Love, Make Love Tonight. You know, a lot of love making on there.
Shout out to Phone Master Flex.
Yeah, Phone Master Flex, man, in the house. He's definitely dope. It's one of my best DJs right there. But yeah, man, so that's what it is. I do. What's I do? Oh, what's I do? That's one of my records I do. That's a single. You want to know about that single? You want to know about that single?
Yes.
Okay, now I do is a real record, man. I do is a record that's close to my heart because it's about my late father-in-law.
My condolences.
Thank you. Yeah, so my wife's father, he passed about 2.5, 3 years ago, and I wrote this song way before he died. This is the second song I wrote for him because I didn't really have a father in my life growing up. My dad kind of left when I was 2. He has re-emerged in my life now, years later, many years later. But, he's in my life now, which I thank God for that. But her dad kind of stepped in, and he was like a good friend of mine, man. It's more than a dad. So I wrote this song about him giving me his permission, his blessing to take care of his daughter, and he can trust me that I will take care of her for the rest of her life. So that's what that song is about. It's a true song. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
It has many meanings to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And speaking of your singles that artists are featured on it that people never heard before, and like that you sang with artists on a few of your songs. Tell us about those artists that the fans never heard of before.
Never heard of before? Let me see. Probably Gray Storm, man. I got a single. Gray Storm, his real name is Steve Gray, better known as Steve Ivory. He was the one that was signed to Phone Master Flex, but his record, I think, was big up north with you. He had a song called Relax and Party. It was on Phone Master Flex, one of his volume mix CDs. The song did really good, but he's not really known like he should be. So I would say Gray Storm, Steve Ivory, man. He has a nice EP out himself, a great R&B artist and producer, fabulous on the keyboards. He's actually one of my mentors. You know what I'm saying? So I got a record with him. Who else I got a record with? Oh, I got a record with, see, y'all know these people, man. The guy from 2 Occasions. Remember the song 2 Occasions with The Deal?
Yeah.
I got a song with Carlos Green, the lead singer. He sang on a song for me called "It's Going Down." Then there's a rapper on there y'all may never heard of. He's from New York. His name is what's his name, baby? G Stacks. G Stacks from New York. From where you from? So he's on my record. G Stacks.
Name sounds so familiar.
G Stacks. Yeah, he up there. And also my brother from down south, man, MT, the question mark. He got his start back in the day, and he actually put Rick Ross on his first album called The Question Mark, you know, and kind of gave Rick Ross a start in the studio. That was the first time I ever heard of Rick Ross was on my boy's record, his album back in, I want to say 98. 98. Rick Ross don't mention him at all. You know, I wish he would, because MT, you know what I'm saying, is a good dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's a dope brother. We did a song called Bands. So shout out to my homie, my big brother, man, MT, man. That's one of my dudes right there. Yeah. And of course, my lovely wife, Cindy J, she's featured on the record I'm Here on the album. She has a beautiful, lovely voice, so we feature her as well on my music. And, you know, a whole lot of artists, man. I'm working with, Jay Shin. Y'all know Jay Shin, though. Remember Jay Shin? You remember him?
Nah, I don't.
I'm good. I said it then. Well, if I say the song, you're going to know it. One Night Stand. One Night Stand. He sang it with the girl from Escape, Tasha. One Night Stand.
Oh, yeah.
So you had on my baby. That's Jay Shin. That's like my brother.
Oh, yeah. And the song is about, like, you know, protecting, like, you know, our shoulders, stop killing.
Uh-huh. It's a slow jam. It's a slow jam. It's a slow record. It's so you have in my baby. That's what he said. So you have, but how do I know it's mine? It all started from a one night stand. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't part of the plan. That was a song. It was a big record. That was back in the 90s as well. So he was signed to Atlantic Records. Still signed to Atlantic. I got a record.
Tasha has an amazing voice.
Oh, she's dope. She's dope. All them girls dope, man. That girl, I know I like two in that group. They can sing. Her sister as well, of course, but also the Tiny, man. Tiny got a beautiful little voice. I love her voice. I love Tiny's voice, man. She got a song. What's the name of that record I love? What's the record I love that Tiny sing? I forget the name of that one, man. Now who you gonna run to? Oh man. Now who you gonna man? What's the song Tiny be singing? The little one, man. She Do You Want To?
Oh yeah, Do You Want To? One of my favorite songs.
That man, when she started that thing off, she got a sweet angel voice. Sweet. Love it.
And like, you know, Candy could sing too, but I just don't like.
Oh yeah, Candy's dope. Candy started them off. She got a deeper register. She got more of a gritty, like she brought that gutter to him with that just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? I love Candy's voice, and she had a solo record too that was dope. And she can write. So she's all around. She can sing, write. She look good. You know, Candy fine.
She won no Scrubs for TLC, Bills by Destiny Child, and she was the one that put Jagged Edge on.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Candy's a bad girl, man, and she's still making that paper. Great businesswoman too, making that paper.
It's like she's consistent. That's the one thing her fans respect about her, and like you know, she's somebody I look up to.
Amen. Yeah, you know your stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, man, but that's about it. And Metron, you ever heard of Metron? Metron. You ever heard of Metron?
If you tell me, I'll
he was signed to Capitol Records. He had a song called "Love Each Other for Life."
Never heard of it. Cause the thing about it, Bobby, is that there are these artists from the '90s that come up with like that have songs that we never heard of, or we never heard about them before. Yeah,
that record was big. That was on the radio everywhere. You had to know that record, "Love Each Other for Life." It'd be you and me together, rolling in my bed, hiding in the covers, loving each other for life. That's a hot record. Yeah. Look it up. I'll send it to you. When you hear, you like, damn, it's a hot record. Soul jam, soul banger. So I did a record with him on my album called All Mine. It's a single too. It's called All Mine. We did it together. We got a video as well.
And you know, it's a good thing that you joined my podcast, because you know you giving me information about artists that I never heard before.
Yeah, you need to have them on your show. You need to have all these guys on your show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's some good guys, man. They dope, and they got their own fan base, man. And I'm sure they would love to see him.
Yeah. And like there's this girl group. I'm just like, picking random things that random groups and
Hmm.
artists that people never heard of before. Like there's
Yeah.
this girl group that was discovered by Gerald Levert. The name of the group is One of the Girls. Have you ever heard of them?
Nah. What song?
Yeah,
What song they have?
um I forgot the name of the song though, but they
Mm.
were a girl group that was discovered by Gerald Levert.
Wow.
hmm
Wow.
One of
That's
the
crazy.
girls. They were
One of
very
the good.
underrated.
Wow. It's like that sometimes, man. Sometimes they slip through the cracks. You
hmm
know, there'd be some good ones too. There'd be some good ones. That's a sad thing. That's why it's
Yeah.
good to be independent, man, to be able to put your music out on an ongoing basis and not depend on somebody else not to put you out or put you on the
hmm
shelf. You know what I mean? You want to get your music heard, you know? That's why
hmm
I love that record from that group back in the day, Ain't No Stopping Us Now. Remember that song? Ain't No Stopping Us Now? We on the
And
move?
yeah, about McFadden and Whitehead.
Yeah, you know their story, right?
No, but I just know that the two members are no longer with us, or may they continue to rest in peace.
Oh yeah, but while they were here, definitely rest in peace. While they were here, they were writing songs for everybody, like OJ's, Teddy Pendergrass, and they were doing so much writing. It was like, wait a minute, y'all forget we sing too. So that's why he made that song. That song was inspired, It says, I know you feel like someone held us down, but I refuse to be held down anymore. We got our show together. We're polishing up our rack. Remember that part?
hmm
If you ever been
Yeah.
held down before, I know that you refuse to be held down anymore. Don't you let nothing hold us back, right? They were
hmm
saying we polish up our rack. We ready to go out and perform ourselves. We tired of writing these songs. So they're saying it's good to get your music out there while you're alive, while you can, man, and don't let nobody hold you back. Just sitting in the studio writing songs for somebody else. If you got a voice and you want to be heard, put it out there.
hmm Rashad says sometimes the labels do 10% or 90% promotion. That's true.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. You got to promote, man. Rashad, man, we talk all the time, man. We always talk about it, man. These artists, they don't want to pay for promotion. You gotta spend money, man. You gotta put your music out there. You gotta be heard. It takes money. It takes determination. It takes sometimes no sleep.
Yeah, it's like, but the label just only need to look at and like, work with the artists who are consistent,
Yeah.
who are serious and like put
Hmm.
out dope music.
That's it. That's it. There's so much dopeness out there, but they're not putting it out, man. A lot of good artists out there, but they're not putting it out. You know.
hmm
Then I was looking at today I was looking at the net worth. I don't know if you ever do that, like go to Google and search net worth. So I was net worth, and what's net worth of what's Tyrese's net worth? What's Taylor Swift net worth? What's Beyonce's net worth? I'm looking at so many artists net that are great, and they have like little money to do anything to promote their career. But then you like an artist of a lesser like to me, Taylor Swift is not great to me, but she's worth $400 million. But then you look at Tyrese and it says he's only worth $3 million. How is that possible? Or even Chris Brown, he worth 50 million, and Taylor Swift worth 400 million. Why? He dances better. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole bunch more records than she got. I don't understand it sometimes, man. I don't understand it. Even with actors, when we look at actors, if you put up like a Lawrence Fishburne, he'll be worth $30 million. But then you pull up Keanu Reeves, he's worth $400 million, $300 million. Why? Why? These guys just talented. You ever wonder that?
hmm
You ever think about that? Look that up.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like there are artists that put out dope music and they don't want to be known. And I respect that because they want their privacy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they want their privacy. Yeah. I get that.
But if you're serious about working with a record label, you gotta be consistent. or else they gonna cut you off.
Yeah. Or you should have the tax write off anyway. Sometimes they gonna cut you off anyway, whether you work with them or not. You gotta take your own destiny in your own hand. You can't sit back and wait for them people, man. They're like pimps. They're pimps in suits. You know? They trying to make all the money. And in fact, they making all the money, and you out there tap dancing on stage.
Tap
I'm not with it.
like Gregory Hines.
I ain't with it, man. If I'm a tap dancer, I'm gonna get paid for every tap I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like your interview style, man. You cool, you chill, you relax.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that vibe.
Thank you so
vibe.
much. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you prepare on performing live anytime soon?
I mean, hey, whenever they call me, I'm there, man. You got a birthday party and performing, I'm coming. I'm performing in your bedroom. You know what I mean? No matter where you ask me, I'm coming. You know what I'm talking about?
You know, Bobby, you remind me of somebody, but I don't know. I forgot who. But have anybody ever told you that you look like the brown skin version or the light skin version of Tupac?
Somebody did tell me that. And I told my wife that. I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. You ain't no Tupac. Oh, y'all are Tupac. Reincarnated. R&B style. R&B style. Yeah, I love Tupac, man. That's my dude.
Tupac,
he had a good personality too, man. Good personality, you know what I mean?
And he spoke facts. He was one of the real ones in the business.
Yeah, of course. And that's why they, you know what I'm saying, they got him. You know what I mean? Because too much, you know what I mean? Too much being straight up. They can't take that.
Mm-hmm.
They can't take that,
like,
man.
Mm-hmm. They don't like the real. It's like, you know, the fake are more respected than the real, and that sucks.
That sucks. Yes, that sucks. The fake is respected and it's whack. It's whack. But you know, we still got to keep it real. We still got to keep it real.
Such as they say that the lie is more entertaining than the truth.
You know what? That makes sense. I never heard that, but I like that. You need to patent that one. I like it. That was dope. that was dope. The lie is more entertaining.
And I hate fake people.
Oh, trust me, yo. Oh man. Yeah. Liars, man, for compulsive ones, lie for nothing. When the lies catch up, you can't outrun them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
You're
like
right.
I would catch you right away.
The eyes tell the truth. The eyes tell the truth. People look you in the eyes and you can see it. The eyes tell the truth. That's right.
Yeah.
Amen.
I mostly speak by giving you facial expressions.
Yeah. You look into the person's eyes, man. The eyes are the window to the soul. You know what I mean? You look and see where they coming from, man. See if they genuine, if they real, if they not. You know?
And every time I make faces, people start laughing. Feels like the way you do your facial expressions are priceless.
You'd be like,
yeah, I'll talk less.
And you'd be looking.
You know, I mean, if you try to say something to me dumb, something to me stupid, something to me slick, it's like, if I don't want to hear what you have to say, I'll just give you that look like.
The side eye.
Yeah, trust
you
me.
You should be in movies too. You're funny.
I am an actress, Bobby. I am an
For
actress.
real?
Trust me, when people
So you gonna be in one of my movies? You gonna be in one of my movies? You gonna be in one of my movies if I call you down?
Sure.
Word. All right. I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna hold you to it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Wow.
And I'm even working on my production company.
Really? For movies?
Yeah. Movies, sitcoms.
That's what's up. We definitely gotta talk, man. That's right up my alley, man. That's right up my alley. Yeah. Promoting movies, I mean, whatever you gotta do to get it out there. I mean, you got the web, you got so many companies like Film Hub, they'll take your movie in and they'll put it like in Plex TV, Tubi TV, where people can see it, you know? And
Yeah.
I just made a Roku channel, and I made a video showing people how to make a Roku channel. If you want to know how to do it, on my YouTube channel, I show you how to do it. You know, because I believe in helping people, you know, and not always charging people money, you know. You want to help people, like, try to better themselves and get their stuff out there, because it's hard, you know. Yeah, but yeah, man. So if you want to make a Roku channel, I can, you know, just go to the video. It'll show you how to do it.
Yep.
Amen. Amen. I love this interview, man. We talk about my movies, my music. We talk about everything.
Yes, you know, I'm loving it too, because it's like, you know, we have a lot in common that we're talking about. Artists that, you know, people never heard of before, the 90s, you know, R&B artists that are necessary nowadays. I mean, come on.
Amen. Amen. It's necessary, man. You're right. That's the word right there. It's necessary. We gotta keep putting this music out there. It ain't never leave. People say it need to come back, but it ain't never leave. They just been hiding it. You know, radio ain't been playing it. Radio been playing. They been hiding it. It's been on the internet the whole time. They got videos out there on it. You know what I mean? Everybody's still around singing R&B. You know what I mean? So they want it. They can find it. You know. That's what it is.
And speaking of hiding it, you know, how like the sitcoms from the 90s, how they play, like, you know, all the sitcoms, like, you know, again from the 90s, like Martin, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
The music?
No, I'm talking about the sitcoms. The sitcoms like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Moesha, Martin, Three's Company. I'm just taking it back. The Jeffersons, Good Times. You know, the only sitcom from the 90s that they haven't played, that they haven't, like, you know, aired out on television is In the House, starring LL Cool J.
Oh, word. I remember that show. He was a weight trainer, right? He was like a gym, had his own gym in there, right?
But I remember the very first episode of the first season was when, like, you know, that kid was being bullied, like, you know, by a big white girl.
Oh, I'm trying to remember that one.
And that was the first episode of the first season. That was about the bullying.
I got to go back and watch it now. Yeah, that was so long. Yeah, I forgot he had that show, LL. Yeah, man, that's some good shows. You know what I like about the old shows, even in the 80s too, in the 90s as well? The song, they always had a song in the beginning that you remembered. You know, whether it's Cheers, whether it's
like Living Single, like the intro go like this. We are living single.
Yeah.
Ooh, in the night I'm glad I got my girl. Keep your head up, boy. Keep your head up.
We are living single. Yes. And Good Times. Remember Good Times had a song? Jefferson had a song. Remember that? That's what I miss, man. They had real music for those things. You know, the TV shows now they just come on. You know, song to remember, nostalgia. We need something nostalgic. You know, that's what was missing. So when we do our movies and our shows, we got to make sure to put some good music in it like that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm in my the Jeffersons, laugh out loud. Yeah, I mentioned the Jeffersons.
Wheezy. Yeah, man. George was crazy. Him and that walk, man, he had was insane. That was funny, man. Hey, shit, in fact, speaking of the Jeffersons, Florence just got her star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame the other day. Rashad posted it.
Yeah, I saw it. Rashad
I was like, wow. That's good, man. She deserves it. She's been working for many years, man. Before, just a long time, man. Since the 70s. Yeah, long time. Yep. But those are the good old days, man.
And not only is Rashad a great podcast host, Rashad is a great news teller.
News
teller.
Oh yeah. He always report the news. Yeah, he finds it. He knows what's going on. Sometimes I get sad though. When I see his post, I'm like, oh man, he about to tell me somebody died.
Hey, Dilly.
I'm like, please don't tell me somebody died.
Joined in, Bobby. She's a singer.
What's up, Dilly? How you doing?
She's very
But dilly dilly dilly
supportive.
dilly. She supportive. Aw. What type of music is she doing? R&B?
Yeah.
What? R&B in the house. What's up, Dilly? What's happening? Was she from New York?
Yeah, she is. She is.
Yeah, everybody in New York. I gotta come to New York, man.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. You ever been out to California before?
Nah, I'm planning to go though.
Yeah, I was out there 3 years ago. I did the video for Alan McNeil from True.
You know,
Yeah, I did the video about
rest
3
in
years ago out
peace,
there.
Reggie. Reggie gone but
Yeah,
never forgotten.
yeah, man, yeah. He was good, man. I never met him in person, but I hear he was a good brother.
Hmm.
Yeah, he is a good brother. Yeah.
And going back to like sitcoms and like to acting, when I'm in a sitcom, the song of the intro of the show, I would like for it to be will be like "Here We Go" by the R&B group Portrait.
I remember Portrait. They was battling H-Town. I remember that group. I remember Portrait. I forgot the name of the song they had. It was a hit song.
I know Honey Dip. Honey
It
Dip and
was a
Here
slow
We Go.
jam. Didn't they have a slow jam?
Yeah, they have a slow jam, but I forgot the name of it.
Yeah. They sang with they were battling with H-Town with that guy from Hollywood Shuffle. What's the guy that made Hollywood Shuffle? Robert Townsend. Remember that show? Remember that show you had? We had the singers battling each other. That was in the 90s. He had H-Town. If you look on YouTube, you'll find it. H-Town battles Portrait with Robin Townsend. It was funny. It was going back and forth battling. They songs. It was funny. Kind of like a versus. Kind of like a versus back in those days, actually. In the 90s. On TV. Yep, that's what it was. Yep.
I gotta check that out.
How you feel about those verses? You like verses?
Yeah, I like versus. What do you think about Keith Sweat versus Bobby Brown?
Keith was wilding, man. He's having fun. Them my boys, man. Keith, them old players, man. Them just old players, man. Especially Keith. Keith he from Harlem, man. You from where you at? He an old player from the projects, man. It's cool. He cool like that. He was laid back. He was drinking. He was just having a good time, man. Bobby Brown was doing his thing. He was doing his dance move and his element. And you got to remember, you got to give it to Bobby. Bobby been through a whole lot, man. Bobby lost a lot of people. He lost so many people, man, that I don't even know how he's still standing. So to see him over there having fun, yo, I had to take my hat off for Bobby, man. I had to take my hat off for Bobby. Bobby just was having fun. You know, they got nothing to prove. They got mega hits, man, for days. So I enjoyed myself, man. They had me laughing. They had me, dancing and just having fun, reminiscing. It felt good. You know, I didn't really watch it, and I don't watch it like for concerts because it's not a play for concert. There's no setting for that. The sound is not for that. The lighting is not for that. The lights are bright. You know what I'm saying? It's not really concert, but people are expecting concert. But it ain't that. It's really to vibe on these records. You know what I mean? Even if they never sang live on top of the record, it'll still be good. Just vibing to your hit record. You play your hit record. Okay, we vibing. It ain't about no concert and how we singing right now. You know, it wasn't about that. You know, 'cause everybody was talking about they singing is terrible and all this, and they, missing the notes, and it wasn't about that. They didn't come really there to do no concert. They came out to vibe out. Two brothers from the 90s with bangers, man. So I loved it.
Have you ever tried his cooking specials? Have you ever tasted his seasonings, like his barbecue sauce?
I didn't. I need to. I need to. Tomorrow I'm ordered. I'm ordered tomorrow. I've been saying I'm gonna get some of that, and I have not. I'm not gonna
His
lie.
barbecue sauce is good, and you should try his seasonings. I put
Really?
I put his seasonings in my scrambled eggs. That's good.
And scrambled what? You put seasoning in scrambled eggs?
Mm-hmm.
What? Man, okay. So Bobby can cook then. I did see him on that show cooking with Whitney. Remember they were cooking back in the day? But I didn't know how good he was. I know, but it looked like he know what he doing. Like he put it down.
if you go on the page Bobby Brown Foods, you'll be like, oh my God, these recipes, these plates are good. They're banging.
Well, so which one should I get? How many he got?
I just don't know he has seasonings, barbecue sauce, but just order the barbecue sauce and the seasonings. I'll tell
Okay,
you which
okay,
one to order.
okay.
There's the sweet barbecue sauce, I think, and the spicy one.
Dilly say yummy. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm getting hungry now thinking about some barbecue sauce.
Okay, so if you was to go
Mhm.
if you was to go back, what would you tell your younger self?
My younger self, yo, man, what would I tell myself? I'd be like, don't waste time on foolishness. Don't waste time on fake friends. Because I look back on my life and I gotta be honest with you. I know about maybe 1,000 people. You know what I'm saying? From high school, y'all probably too. If you think about it, from high school, elementary, kindergarten, pre-K, from living in the projects, living in this apartment, living in this hood, how many people you really know? And then to know that nobody calls you to say hello today, it's like I could have been making paper or planning my future better. Stacking, planning my generational wealth. Thinking about it early on instead of like trying to go hang out with this person that really don't matter right now. You know what I'm saying? I tell my younger self, don't waste no time on fake people. You know, give myself a team that really got my back and really ride with them people. You know what I'm saying? But people that ain't really riding with me at this point right now, I wouldn't waste my time on that.
Mm-hmm. Answer Roger's question.
Mm-hmm. Oh, which R&B group was your favorite group from the 90s? Oh, man, that's going to be hard for your boy B-Dub. Let me see. Man, from the night. Man, group or solo? Can I say a couple? Because they all were dope. I mean, man, from the 90s. Okay, let me see. From the 90s, Blackstreet.
And why?
Blackstreet, because them boys, that Before I Let You Go is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Before I Let You Go, I can't get past it. And then when Mark Middleton came in the group and they did the DeBarge remake, that's crazy. I mean, Teddy always had the 5 beats. You know what I mean? Guy's my group. I mean,
Guy,
pretty
one
much.
of the best.
Yeah, Guy. Who else? Who else from that time as far as groups? There's so many solo artists by that time too, because R. Kelly was my man. Kelly was my man. Avant. Well, Avant came out 2000s. 2000, right? 2000s. But
Yeah.
90s, who was 90s? Man. Oh, H-Town. H-Town all day.
Jodeci, they were dope.
Dino,
they
ridiculous.
were the epitome of
Jodeci.
R&B.
Jodeci was my favorite group before Boyz II Men. I like Boyz II Men too, but I started appreciating them later on in life, you know, because they do a lot of things with their voice that's very unique and different, a lot of scales they be hitting. You know what I mean? So, but Jodeci just had that street edge and that rough voice that kind of like commanded you to listen to
They
him.
labeled the bad boys of R&B, like
Yeah.
Bobby Brown is labeled the bad boy of R&B.
Yeah, so I would say Jodeci definitely too. Jodeci, there's so many Silk, High Five, dope R&B group. You know, rest in peace, Tony Thompson. You know, man, so many groups, man, so many great singers, man. Tony Terry, man, Freddie Jack. Well, he was in the '80s, but he went to the '90s too. But man, True crossover from the '80s to the '90s. I mean, this New Edition definitely. New Edition, my number one group. Period. As far as being in my heart, New Edition wear that crown forever. New Edition. No matter how great Blackstreet sound, no matter how great Jodeci sound, New Edition got my heart. Those my boys. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of New Edition, they came out in the late 70s, but they started making music like in the early 80s.
Yeah, it's because of Ralph I'm singing. It's the reason why, Ralph. It's the reason why Bobby Wise is saying. Because girls told me, you don't like no rapper. You like a singer. You need to be singing. They told me that. I was breakdancing and rapping. I thought I was a thug. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to hear that from me. They wanted me to sing. So I sang. Mm-hmm. That's 100.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Yep. You know, we just thank you so much, Bobby, for taking this time this evening to
Uh, it's a pleasure,
be
man.
on
I
my
had fun.
podcast, and it's so nice. It is so
Thank you.
nice to interview you because I learned something new from you.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
what you learn new?
You remember, like, you just giving me artists that I never heard of before.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Dilly said, "What you say? What do you mean? What you say?"
Oh, dude. I think I
Okay.
said something crazy.
Oh, okay.
I always say something crazy.
Mhm.
Mm. What's up,
Ain't no.
Lily?
All right. I'm gonna
Mm.
let you go, Bobby. So, no, the fans are gonna be looking. I'm just gonna tell the fans to, like, listen to
Mm.
your new EP, your new album,
No
and
doubt.
you
Moan,
have
baby.
a
We're gonna be
blessed
moaning.
evening.
I appreciate it, man. Y'all go check out Moan. And do everybody listen to Spotify or iTunes? What's their favorite? What you listen to?
I
Spotify
have
or iTunes?
Spotify.
Yeah.
Spotify is the best playlist.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So if you're on Spotify, y'all pull up that new Moan, man. I'm telling you, it's definitely something to listen to. Definitely.
Spotify has everything you need to hear.
Amen. In one place.
Okay, Bobby. You
All
have a
right.
blessed evening and
You
stay
too, my
cool.
sister. We gonna stay in contact. I'm gonna need you for a
Of
film. So we're
course,
gonna
of
stay in
course.
contact.
All
So
right.
holler at your boy. All right?
All right.
All right,
Okay.
sweetie.
I will.
Peace. Yay.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.